Okay. I... This is a piece of dog shit. Let's get into it.
Fucking wearing armor! Deploying countermeasures! This incoming! We are hit! Big horse strikers! Captain, just fell out! Say again? The sergeant is gone! Look, dead Nick! I'm hanging from a bloody rope! Brutal!
Okay, so first off, I'm giving you fair warning. There's going to be spoilers in this review. I will give you timestamps down below where you can jump to when I get to a spoiler, and I will kind of keep the spoilers all to the story. But, like, a lot of my problems are with the story. And, honestly, I think you shouldn't jump over them because the story is one of the biggest faults with this game. Like, seriously, do not buy this game. Seriously, do not buy this piece of shit. This is not worth your money. Okay, maybe $10. If you ever see this for $10, okay, sure. You could buy it out of like a curiosity. But full price right now, fuck that shit. I am pissed off at this game. This game pissed me off so much. I am going to be screaming during this review because this game insulted my intelligence. I cannot stress that enough. And I am telling everyone, do not buy this piece of shit. That is all. That's all you get from this. Do not buy this piece of shit. This is one of the worst Call of Duty games ever made. This, I don't know. This is in tie with being as bad as Black Ops 2. Now, I know a lot of people love Black Ops 2, but, like, I absolutely hate that game. This is, at times, it's a little bit better than Black Ops 2, but at other times, it is so much worse than Black Ops 2. Like, I think it's tied with Black Ops 2 in certain aspects. So, like, I warned you, I am going to be going on a rant, unlike I've done before. This video is probably going to be very long, so definitely use the chapters, okay? I can't believe how night and day this campaign is with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, okay? Like, this is a wonderful game campaign total package. This is a piece of dog shit. Like, to say that these are the same series is an insult to this one, because this is so fucking terrible that this one is in shame, because it's like, wow, I'm connected with this piece of shit. It is like night and day between the two campaigns, how terrible Modern Warfare 2 is to Modern Warfare 1. But okay, so let's start off with something simple first, alright? The menu system. What the fuck is this? The first thing you get hit with is the message of the day, which is all about trying to sell you shit. Buy this battle pass. Get that battle pass. Buy this pack. Get that pack. Get these tokens. Buy these XP rewards. It's like, dude, I just want to fucking play the game. It's like, no, you're going to go to the store first before you get to the game. And they also have this weird, like, yeah, that's something I thought went well together. Call of Duty and Netflix, because they set the menu up just like a Netflix menu system. And the campaign is like at the bottom. Okay? I mean, it's like such a abstruse, stupid, terrible menu system. I can't, at least with Modern Warfare 2019, at least that menu system, it wasn't perfect, but it's like, hey, It's simple. It's effective. But this is complete corporate garbage. Now, the menu system gets worse as well. You can play this game offline, but every time you go over to like a new screen, like you click on the single player campaign when you're offline, the game constantly tries to get you back online so it can show you those store message of the day, so it can try and get money out of you. It is so obtrusive how this game constantly tries to force you online, even if you don't want to be online. And so the only way to actually successfully play this offline is to take your system completely offline. That's the only way to play this campaign offline, because this game constantly tries to force you online. Now, one upside, surprise, surprise, there is an upside to this game. I got this on PS5. It actually works on PS5, unlike Modern Warfare 2019, which is almost unplayable on PS5. So I'm glad they actually bothered to optimize this for PS5 than, you know, the last one. Oh, and then this one, of course, I was expecting this one, but it's still, you know, salt in the wound. There's nothing on this disc. There's like 60 megabytes. And it's a 4K Blu-ray disc. Like, why even bother with a 4K Blu-ray disc? Those aren't cheap. Just put it on a CD. Okay? If you guys are too fucking lazy to, at the very least, put the 35 gigabyte campaign, they tell you how big the campaign is. It's only like 35 gigabytes. If you're too fucking lazy to put the 35 gig campaign on a 4K Blu-ray disc, yeah, screw you guys. I don't know why they insist on doing that stupid internet download thing with everything. Why use the more expensive 4K discs if you can put all your content on a freaking CD? It's cheaper, you idiots. Oh, and then you'll absolutely love this one. At time of this recording, apparently hackers have like broken into the servers and they can steal your credit card information if you play online multiplayer. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 and like any other Call of Duty game. So that's a perfect reason not to play this multiplayer for those of you who only go to Call of Duty for multiplayer. Apparently you're going to get your credit card information stolen as of right now. It might change at different time. As of when I'm posting this video, you might be watching this a year later and going, yeah, they fixed that issue. So I'll give that to them. But at the same time, fix your shit, Activision. Now, in terms of the campaign, yes, it still feels highly cinematic. They do keep that kind of cinematic tone, and I do like that. Although I do feel like 2019 was a little bit better in terms of like the scene transitions and direction and whatnot. But it's still there. The spirit of like the scene transitions and the direction, it's still there. It feels like it's part of the same series until you get into the game. So for stars, the graphics are not as good as 2019. A game that's older has better graphics than this one. Because, yeah, you have lighting and you have a couple of neat high dynamic range, and there might even be ray tracing in this one, but there are so many graphical glitches, bugs, fragmenting. It is surprising that they released this game in this state. A couple of game-breaking bugs where the game will not progress forward because you got a guy hung up on the environment and like you can't push him out of the way, so you have to restart the level. And like the shadows on your gun are so atrocious. Like they are Gears of War 2006 face shadows bad. If you ever played the 2006 360 Gears of War version, shadows on her face were like these little blocks of black that were like constantly moving on their cheeks. It looked so fucking bad. That's how bad some of the shadowing is in this game. And I never saw this with Modern Warfare 2019. Oh, yeah, and then cutscenes? It's like every aspect of this game, there's something bad about it. Cutscenes have this persistent film grain over them that reduces the graphical quality of the scene. And yeah, in the Saints, there is a little thing that you can reduce the film grain, but that's only for in-game. You can't remove the film grain in the cutscenes. And so it makes them look worse than they actually are. The cutscenes are probably the best part of the game. But you wouldn't know that because there's this thick film grain all over the cutscenes that make them look like crap. And then they introduce like this new like graphical technique. Like the best way I can describe it is like a focus depth perception thing where like if you're looking at a character, they're like the focus will sharpen on them and everything else will get blurry, and when you move off of them, everything becomes clear and they become blurry. And so it's like it's a cool concept, but they didn't put enough time into it, because there will be sometimes you like have your gun on both the character and like something past them, and it just like starts glitching out, and like both start coming in, focus, out, focus, in, focus, out, focus, and it's like almost an epileptic shock beginning on someone. And it's like, dude, if you're going to introduce it, at least make it fucking work. So I start this campaign, and I'm really excited to play this, okay? This wasn't something where it's like, I'm going to get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going to hate on it so hard. No, I loved Modern Warfare 2019, so it's like, when I saw this, it's like, oh, cool, I can play this campaign, because I loved Modern Warfare 2019. And, oh, cool, Ghost is back. I pop in the game, I hit start on the campaign, and I get teased with something that I've been wanting to do for 14 years. And that is play as Ghost. Ever since Modern Warfare 2009, when they introduced Ghost, it's like, oh man, it'd be so cool to have like a campaign where you get to play as him. And, you know, 2013, when they had Call of Duty Ghost come out, it was like a half imitation of that. It's like, it would have been nice if Ghost was in this one. And so, with Modern Warfare 2, the first mission, you're playing as Ghost. It's just like, okay, this is awesome. And so you start going down this corridor. You're going to be playing as Ghost. It's like, oh, this is going to be so cool. And then a cutscene happens, and then the next mission plays, and you're not playing as Ghost anymore. It's like, wait. Are you fucking kidding me? I waited 14 fucking years to finally play as Ghost, and all you give me is a corridor to walk down and a scene where he shoots one guy. That is fucking it. Like, the first mission could have just been a fucking cutscene, and I wouldn't have been as pissed off. If it was just a cutscene of Ghost, and then the first mission was actually mission 2 where you're playing at night, I would have been more forgiving of that. But the fact that they had the fucking gall to put me in the shoes of Ghost for 5 seconds and then rip me out, and for the rest of the game I'm playing as Gaz and Soap. Oh gee, the two characters that I've played as already for hundreds of hours. I've already played as Gaz in 2019, and I already played as Soap in the original trilogy. I don't need to play as those two guys anymore. I want to play as Price, I want to play as Ghost, and you're not fucking giving me that. And you teased me with playing as Ghost with the first mission. So, one aspect I do like about the game are the weapons. The weapons are tight, they feel responsive, they're nice to fire. I like them a lot, especially shotguns. Shotguns are surprisingly fun. They don't feel too slow to fire. They actually ratchet at decent speed. But one positive does not fix a menagerie of negatives. So yeah, it's nice that the guns work. I wish the rest of the fucking game would work. And before I go on with the negatives, there's another positive, and that is with audio. The audio is pretty tight, and especially like environmental audio, like the way guns fire and the sound of grenades hitting the ground, especially with headphones on. Top notch, top of the line quality audio right there. So definitely you want to play this with headphones on. But like every pro this campaign has an equal negative to eliminate it. So case in point, there's this cool like function where you have a rifle and when it runs out of ammo, you'll put it down while it's still in frame and you'll pull out a pistol and fire it while your rifle's still kind of in frame. And then when you holster your pistol, you'll reload your rifle. It is such a cool animation. But it only works part of the time. It doesn't work all the time. It's only for like key moments when they do that. And it's closer to the end. And it's like, okay, well maybe if it only works with pistols. But no, I've actually played through missions with a rifle and a pistol. And when my rifle runs out, I just reload. And it doesn't switch to my pistol. And it's like, it only happens in some instances. So it's like you introduce this new feature, but like you only have it work at certain times? That's stupid. Another thing I do kind of like is that this campaign, you can be taken out with like 2 or 3 shots. You're very vulnerable. I play this on the regular difficulty. And I kind of like that aspect. But at the same time, it made the standard difficulty feel like hard mode. And so it felt like hardcore mode. And it's like, dude, you need to have like an easier time with this on standard. But no, standard was quite difficult because you can only take like 2 or 3 rounds. Which is okay, I like the realism there, but again, like, it was a cool concept, but it doesn't work. Another thing I did like in concept were the armored enemies. It's like, oh wow, they have armored plates. You gotta shoot through the plates to finally get them to drop. I like the concept. Again, the issue is they spam the living fucking shit out of the armored enemies. So there's a few times where you're just getting surrounded and just ganged up on by 10 different heavy armor enemies. And like you need to dump your entire mag into one to take one down. So, and they can take you down with 2 or 3 shots. You see the issue here. This is the type of hard mode I fucking hate, where it's like, how many rounds can I get into this one enemy before he shoots me twice? I fucking hate that hard mode. Another thing I liked was the backpack mechanic. Like, what a novel idea. I can have a flashbang, C4, hand grenade, stun grenade in my backpack, and I can open up my backpack and choose what 2 I'm going to have to equip. So, like, that was such a cool concept. But again, the problem is it's only available for 3.5 missions. It's like, seriously, could you guys have some fucking consistency with your campaign? Now, one thing I did like that they didn't fuck up with an equal negative was the like camera mission from the last one, the embassy mission in 2019. You had to lead this woman through like terrorist infested hallways, kind of like in the Matrix, Morpheus with Neo, and it was kind of cool. Well, they do that again in this one, but this time you got your leading ghost through a similar situation, and you can actually tell him to take guys out either with his gun or knife. And so I thought that was a pretty cool evolution of that system from 2019. If only the rest of the game was cool like that. Yeah, so here's one of my biggest pet peeve problems with this game. It has the slowest fucking run ever. I cannot stress to you how fucking painfully slow the sprint is in this game. There were a few times I thought I was moving slower when I went into a sprint. It is so pathetically, laughably bad how slow you move when you try to sprint. You feel like a special needs patient. And then friendly AI is as bad as the friendly AI in Black Ops 2. They do not help you at all. They just kind of hang back and let you do all the work. And you're just kind of like, where the fuck were you? Enemy AI isn't that much better either. Like, good gosh, can't we get some decent AI in this sequel to a game that had pretty decent AI? And then looking at the missions, unlike Modern Warfare 2019, this game was just a greatest hits collection. There was, like, no original mission in this that I really thought was memorable. Sure, maybe the race, like, driving sequence, highway chase scene. I guess you could say that was kind of original. But everything else, they do a ripoff of All Gillied Up. They do a knockoff of the oil rig mission and the boat mission from Modern Warfare 4 or Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare and the original Modern Warfare 2. They do, like, every mission is like a copy of another mission. Sure, you could say the stealth mission towards the end was original, but that didn't feel like Call of Duty. And I've seen better stealth missions in first-person shooters than that. Like, every iconic mission just felt like a disappointing imitation of a better mission you can play in another Call of Duty game that's infinitely cheaper. Now, I will say, unlike the oil rig mission, there is a small little segment in there where you actually have to navigate these shipping containers that are like sliding back and forth in like a monsoon on a ship. That was actually creative. That actually was the type of thing I was hoping for with this campaign. But one scene in all the missions is not enough. I needed more creativity, and they pulled it off with the first Modern Warfare. And there are too many stealth sequences in this campaign. Way too many. I mean, good gosh, and the mechanics are not there. They're kind of there, and there are some things to enjoy about this, but like, good gosh, they needed a lot more work on these stealth scenes if you already have this many stealth sequences. And half the time, I just started shooting my way through them because it's like, good gosh, this is not working. The stealth here is not working the way it needs to be working. Now, the car chase sequence was pretty cool. I will give credit where credit is due. I liked that sequence. The problem? It becomes insanely frustrating and goes on for too frickin' long. It's like, hey, you now have to dodge mines. Oh, okay. Dodging mines. Okay. Now you have to dodge these drones that will hover. And once you get to a certain point, they're going to just fly right at you and blow up. Well, can I dodge them? No, you have to shoot them. Well, the only way to shoot them is to slow down so you can aim, which puts you so far back in the chase that a lot of the time, you're just driving on open road with no enemies in front of you because they're so far fucking forward that you had to slow down and deal with the mines and deal with the flying drones, but you're not done yet. Then after the drones, you then have to deal with an APC that can kill you in a couple of hits. Whereas there an alternate path I can take? No, you have to just dodge its rounds. And once you finally get up to the APC, you have to jump on it. Easier said than done. I died like 40 times trying to jump on that damn APC. Finally, I get that dealt with. You're not done yet. You now have to deal with heavily armored enemies that are protecting the car that you're trying to get to. Like, it was cool jumping from vehicle to vehicle, hijacking him, taking out guys, shooting to the helicopter. The first aspect of that mission was really fun. But then they had to fuck it up and make it unfun. This game is where fun goes to die. Speaking of dying, I died over 100 times in this game because of all the above reasons. Now, in terms of the story, it was like, okay, this is kind of boring. It doesn't really raise the stakes from 2019 like Modern Warfare 2 did with Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare. But, like, it's like, okay, it's serviceable. And then they do one of the fucking dumbest decisions in any Call of Duty story history. It is so fucking stupid. And this is where spoilers get into place. You could jump to this time limit here, but I highly recommend you watch the next segment because you don't want to get this game. This game insults your intelligence so bad. It's just so irritating. So basically, there's a terrorist called Hassan. And you need to, get him, stop him. And you finally capture him partway through the game. You take him out of the middle of the desert, you interrogate him, he says nothing. And the General Shepard, says, I want this guy dead, lying on the ground, or in custody. And the dumb bitch secret agent goes, we can't kill him, that would be an act of war. And we can't arrest him, we have nothing on him. That would be illegal action, we have to let him go. And so everyone's like, oh well, we gotta let him go. It's like, what? Are you fucking kidding me? Fuck if there was a military advisor on this game. Okay? I know there wasn't. Did they not have a fucking logic advisor on this game? Holy fucking shit. Like, there is literally a fucking mission at the beginning of this game where the objectives are capture or kill Hassan. You finally capture him, and it's like, oh gee, we can't kill him because that'd be an act of war, and we can't imprison him because that'd be illegal. Oh jeez. Okay, for starters, this scene this takes place is in the middle of fucking nowhere. You could literally put a bullet in his head, leave him for the crows to pick at, and no one would know that the American government killed him. Okay? You could take him into custody and no one would know that you had him. This is the dumbest writing I have ever fucking seen. Like, seriously, did Sam Maggs write this? Like, that's how fucking stupid this feels. I mean, have these people never heard of, I don't know, rendition? Guantanamo Bay? Maybe they heard of something called a black site. Okay, military has plenty of them. Okay, like, seriously. This is supposed to be a game about, gray lines and, like, who are the good guys? Are we the good guys, or are we just other bad guys trying to stop bad guys? Like, that was kind of the idea of the original 2019 one. Well, even that one failed, but it did a better job than this dog shit. Like, it'd be illegal, it'd be act of war, we can't do it because we're good guys. It's like, bitch, you just killed 100 fucking people to get this guy. You're afraid to kill one more? Holy shit, who's the fucking retarded moron that wrote this dog shit? I know that's an offensive term, but no, in this instance, it applies. And this game has some of the most cliche writing at times. I mean, like, just for example, there's a private military corporation that's in this story, and wait for it, they're super evil. Gee, I haven't heard that from every single fucking comic book, novel, novella, cartoon, television series, movie, direct-to-video movie, fable, legend ever told. Like, holy fucking shit. You want to be original? Gee, how about make the private military corporation, like, morally gray and like, hey, these guys do some shady shit, but they're trying to do it for a good reason, and have, like, this moral dilemma with Task Force 141 working with Shadow Company. It's like, look, we get where you guys are coming from. You're trying to do right, but we don't like how you're doing it. And it's like, look, we get results, and, like, just have this, like, moral conflict. But no, they weave it as if, it's going to be such a surprise when the private military corporation screws you over. Said no one ever. Good gosh, Hollywood writing is so fucking cliche now. It's like, anytime I see a private military corporation in a movie, it's like, okay, They're going to be pure fucking evil, and they're going to be the bad guys in reality. And it's like, they pay him in this game, like, oh, we're your backup, we're the good guys, and it's so obvious they're going to fuck you over. It's so fucking obvious, because everyone fucking writes like this. I would have loved to have seen something original, like, oh yeah, like this private military corporation, they were told to screw them over, but half of them revolted because they didn't want to screw over Task Force 141. So half the private military corporation sided with Task Force 141, and that's where they got their army from. Like, that would have at least been a little refreshing, other than, oh, PMC, bad. Because PMC, that's all reason you need. Private military corporation, bad. Like, good fucking gosh. And I'm not saying that they are good, but it's so fucking cliche that they keep writing them this way. Oh, here's another thing. Why is American intelligence, CIA, using only foreign operatives for a mission dealing with the safety of the American homeland? Like, they're only using British SAS and Mexican Special Forces through this entire game. And an American private military corporation. But, like, you know, the CIA, I would have thought they would have used, I don't know, fucking American troops, or SEALs, or, you know, something like that. I'm not saying it has to be all American, but come on, a little fucking representation doesn't hurt. Another thing that's really stupid is the fact that they tried making the reveal of who's actually in charge of the Mexican cartel a surprise. It doesn't help when your trailers spoil it, and the opening video to Season 3 of your multiplayer content spoils it. Like, I pop in this game, and the trailer for Season 3 plays, and they show the cartel boss giving orders and saying, now the cartel will rise. And it's like, yeah, so you spoiled it for anyone just getting the game when Season 3 came out. Gee, Activision, real smart move right there. Okay, and also, this part was so fucking lame. You mean to tell me the head of the cartel is this woman named Valeria or some bullshit like that. So you mean to tell me that a Mexican drug cartel is progressive and an equal opportunity employer among their rakes? You're telling me that a Mexican drug cartel is not sexist? You're a fucking idiot. Like, and this woman is so unintimidating. I mean, she comes off as like a spoiled rich brat that spent her entire life going to the mall. She does not strike me as ex-military. She does not strike me as a hard ass. She just strikes me as a bitch. And like, it's not a threatening character. It's just an obnoxious character. And they would have shot her. In the second to last mission, when they regain the fortress and they defeat Shadow Company and they get her again and she finally talks and she's just all smug like, well, I'll be out of here in a few hours because you have no proof. Ha ha ha. And she's all smug and it's just like, okay, there's literally 100 fucking bodies around. We've been through the shit. Okay. And so honestly, we can just put a bullet in your head and we can just say, oh, unfortunate enemy crossfire. It's a shame. Yeah, too bad we couldn't save her. Like, every one member of Task Force 141 would have been thinking that. And it's like, but we can't depict these guys as being, you know, gray because, you know, we have Hollywood sensibilities we have to attain to. Like, this game so much wanted to be Sicario, and it's like, yeah, no, you're never going to fucking be Sicario. Like, Sicario's actually good. This story is not. And this game constantly reminds you that you're about to experience mature, not safe for work content. But it never has the balls to do anything. Like, anything like that. Like, it would have been impressive if they shot Valeria, or, you know, shot Hassan. I will say I did like the casting choice for Shepard because I like that actor. Every time I see him in a military movie, it's like, oh, him, that guy. But that's about it for what I liked about Shepard. The excuse for Shepard betraying everyone is complete bullshit. It makes no sense. Like, okay, fair point. The original Modern Warfare 2, they never fucking explained why Shepard screwed you guys over. So, I hold that against that game already. So, with this game, when I knew he was going to screw you over coming up, when he does it, it's like, okay, why did he do it? Well, he lost some missiles and, he wasn't on the books. So he decided to fuck everyone over. Like, okay, first off, the only person he might have had to have fucked over was Laswell, the CIA agent, because she might have found out. But that would have been easy. Okay, that would have been easy to do. Why would you fuck over Task Force 141? It makes no fucking sense. And especially, I love the logic here. They decide to fuck him over before they get the last missile. They successfully get the first one. They successfully get the second one. Wow, they're on a hot streak. Hey, Shepard, maybe we should let him get the last one before we fuck him over for no good reason. No, fuck him over now. Why? Because, like, there is no logical reason why Shepard would betray these guys when they're literally cleaning up his mess. And the way they get screwed over is so fucking stupid. It's not like, okay, well, your base is ours now. What? Yeah, we're taking your base. We arrested all your men. And stand down. And then they try shooting him. It's like, dude, you could have, you know, shot them when their backs were turned. You could have done 100 other ways. But the way this goes down is so unrealistic, stupid, lame, pathetic. I fucking hate this story. And, like, once the PMC screws everyone over and Shepard's lame-ass betrayal is revealed, for some reason, the private military corporation goes into a nearby town and just starts executing anything that moves. Why? Like, they never explained this. Like, there was a line saying, oh, they're taking out cops and soldiers. No, they're taking out anything that moves. Why? Why are they taking out cops? Like, you could have paid them off. You're in Mexico. Like, it's just, oh, we have to show that the private military corporation is super evil. And it's like, but it doesn't make sense. Why would they be executing civilians? They literally break into a civilian's house and executing people that were just watching on TV. Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Oh, and then at the end of the game, this is just the cherry on top. When they're in the bar, and it's like, well, Shepard went into hiding. Why would Shepard go into hiding?
Why? 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 Why?
I mean, why would he go into hiding? All he would have had to do is like, oh, Mexico, your military base was attacked by this private military corporation and Task Force 141. They killed all your troops. They executed everyone in this town. It would have been easy to make that evidence up. Alright, you had Ghost and Soap in town. Have a couple of security images of them in town. And you could have easily mocked them as traitors. And then Task Force 141 would have had gone in hiding. It's so fucking stupid how they wrote this story. There is so many absences of logic in this story that it just pissed me off to no end. Moving on from the campaign, I know I've been talking for a while. The offline multiplayer does not allow for gunsmith or gun customization. You have to play online, which is so fucking stupid because this didn't do that. You could play the multiplayer with Gunsmith completely unlocked offline to try out the weapons and the maps and get used to them. And now, no, you can't do Gunsmith offline. You have to do it online to be able to unlock it for online, which is so fucking stupid. And until Season 4, it only offered you 5 maps to play on. Finally, with Season 4, we got 25 maps. So I'm thinking that's the bulk of the maps. But even then, there's only one game mode, Team Deathmatch. Whereas the original Modern Warfare gave you, like, most of the game modes. So you could familiarize yourself with the game modes. But no, the way this team's doing it, it's like, oh, if we let them play offline, they won't go online, so that you can buy stuff from the shop. Like, I feel like morons are running Infinity War now. Yeah, if I had gotten this game for $10, I might have kept it. But tomorrow, I am trading this piece of dog shit in to try and recoup some of my money. This has been one of the most terrible Call of Duties I've ever played. This has been one of the most terrible games I've ever played. And unlike Black Ops 2, where you could play the multiplayer mode and customize your weapons offline to try them out, this game doesn't allow that at time of this recording. And so because of that, I'm rating it this. This thing was a terrible piece of crap. This thing insulted my intelligence. It treated me like I was an idiot. And it had one of the most dumb, obnoxious, stupid, idiotic stories I've ever suffered through. Do yourself a favor. There are so many better Call of Duties out there than this. Do not buy this one. It is that bad. Get Modern Warfare 2019. Hell, get Infinite Warfare. Get Advanced Warfare. Get Ghosts. Okay? Anything but this piece of trash. Anyway, I've been talking for almost an hour. I'm about to lose my voice. I had to tell you about all the terrible things in this game. My name's Chris Ricano with 11 Hour Reviews. And that, thankfully, is all with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.